Can finally see. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you can see my glasses okay because there's kind of a reflection here, but welcome back. I am doing this look today to bring out my glasses and just to show you what I usually do if I'm going out wearing my glasses and wanting still kind of a full face of makeup, some kind of tips and tricks that I do. They're pretty simple, anyone can do it. The main goal is just to make your foundation stay and not rub off on your glasses and to make your eyes look a little bit more noticeable, a little bigger. So if you're interested in hearing those tips, definitely keep on watching. Okay, to be honest, this is what I normally usually look like when I wear my glasses. Tips for glasses wearers when they're wanting to wear makeup: make sure your foundation isn't gonna run, you know, to make sure your eyes don't look too small in certain glasses. So just some kind of tips to avoid that. So first thing I did, and I did already, is put on this primer right here. Sorry, it's super dirty. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's the green one that helps tone down any redness and kind of makes your skin look more even. I just put it on, so it's going to take a couple minutes to start working. It works so well under foundation to make it stay, so that's my first tip. My second tip is to also use some sort of setting spray before you put on makeup. I don't want to put it on my all over my face, but I do want to stick to the areas where my glasses would rub against my skin, so like on the nose right here, and then even though it's not touching right here on my face, I know that if I smile it will. So just gonna focus kind of the middle area, my nose area of my face, to spray it. And I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Sometimes I just kind of pat it in too. Okay, so I can't see the camera, so I am nearsighted, meaning I can't see far away. I can only see near. So I'm gonna try to do this. I have a handheld mirror to do my makeup. I would say my most foolproof foundation is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, like the original Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I'm gonna use this with a sponge. I find that the sponges really help it stay in place. Another Estee Lauder foundation that I really like is the Futurist Hydra Rescue, and this makes your skin, it's a little lighter on your skin and it looks a little bit more natural, so I usually use that in the summer. And as long as you're using, you know, the setting spray and primer, you should be okay. But I don't know, if you want more foolproof makeup, then I would stick with this. Like, I wear this foundation in Disney World, and every time I go, I've been going for years, and I've been using this for years, and it barely rubs off, like throughout the day, in like 100% humidity. The good thing about this foundation is you can go in with a couple layers over in certain areas and not your whole face. So if you have a couple spots, I usually get them on my cheek. I have a couple right now. My skin isn't the best right now for some reason, so going over in another layer, it looks like everything still matches in my whole face. So this is great to build up this foundation. So I am doing everything except the very corners of my eye. So I'm using the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. It's my favorite concealer. I just like the shade of it. Because the prongs of my glasses sit right here, I can still go right here, just not the very inner corners. Okay, so next I'm gonna bake my face, and this just helps set everything and keep everything in place even more. The setting spray helps initially keep everything together, and I like to spray it on before my foundation. You can do either or, but I like to give it that base to start with. By the way, if you see my band-aid, it's Mickey Mouse, and I cut myself cooking last night. I'm not the most graceful person. I am definitely clumsy, and I hurt myself all the time. I really like the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. It's just really good. And I bring it up to the corner of my eye, and as you can see, I'm putting it in this area too. So I'm going to bronze up my face while that is setting. Favorite bronzer right now is by Fenty Beauty. It is the Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Private Island. And it's just so pretty. It's just like kind of melts into your skin, kind of blends just really nicely. I've been using it a ton lately. I think the key still is because if you want the focal point, it depends what you want the focal point to be with your makeup. If you want it to be your glasses and maybe your eyes or whatever, you want to make sure everything else is just really blended. And again, you can do like a little nose contour if you're used to doing that. Obviously just make sure you stay away from the area that you're, you know, the glasses go across your nose. So like if you just want to do the ends, that is perfectly fine. I'm gonna go ahead and brush this off now, and I brush this part downward just to make sure that the powder doesn't get anywhere else in my face. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with blush, and again, just kind of not wanting to bring too much attention to my cheeks, I'm gonna go in with something that blends in really well with my skin, and that is the Disney Designer Collection in the Floating Lights shade. Colourpop did a collab with Disney. It was very cute. And I am gonna stay away from my cheek area, like my apples of my cheek, where my glasses might hit if I smile. I'm so sorry, I cannot see the viewfinder, so I can't really see, like I can't double check and make sure that you can see what I'm doing, so I really hope that this turns out okay. So brows are gonna be completely the same. I would say the only difference is since the brows line your face, they line kind of the top of the glasses, you can get away with darkening them a little bit because it does line your face. So I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, so next thing we want to do is eyes, and as you can see, sometimes glasses make your eyes look smaller, so you want to make your eyes look bigger with makeup. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. The first thing I'm gonna do is take my eyeliner that I would usually wear. It's called, it's by Maybelline, it's called Define-a, and it's in a darker brown. Is just kind of line the lower lash line. Just like this, and kind of go up to about right here. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then I grab a Q-tip and I just wet the Q-tip. And just do that. Just wipe. So that will first draw the illusion that your eyes look a little bit bigger. It depends on what shape you want to go for. I'm gonna go for kind of like a round cat eye, if that makes sense. The next thing I want to do is actually curl my lashes. Okay, next I'm gonna use an eyeshadow base. It is by LA Girl, and it is the Pro Primer. And it's just like the nude color. And I'm gonna put all of that on the top of my eyelid. And this is really good. You can use concealer too, but I like this just because I feel like it stays on even longer sometimes than concealer. And I put some in the bottom area right here too. And I'll just take a smaller brush and blend that. Next, I'm going to actually take a eyeshadow palette that I've had for quite a while and I haven't used it recently. It is the Tarte palette. It's called Don't Quit Your Daydream, and it's this really cute pink palette. Inside, they're just nude colors. I'm gonna go in with Visionary, which is this middle one right here. Hopefully that focuses. And I'm using this because it just kind of suits my skin tone the best. And I'm just spreading this all over my lid, and it has a nice shine to it as well. So if you don't want like a completely matte look, this is a nice color to use. Okay, so next I'm actually gonna go back to my bronzer that I was using by Fenty Beauty, and I'm gonna use that to darken up the outer corner and the crease line. And by doing this, giving the eye more definition, it can make it look a little bit larger. But just kind of go above the crease line just a little bit, and that will make your eye look more open. If you use the darker color on your lid, that's when it really closes off your eye. So you want to make sure that you place the contour shade up a little bit. And you're just going to extend it a little bit with what's left on the brush to bring it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit underneath now as well. See, it just kind of gives nice definition. Next, you want to take an angled brush. I'm going to try to use this brown eyeliner that I just used. Draw out kind of a cat eye, a really thin line above the eyes, and blend that. You don't want to make it look really sharp. Okay, so I am in the middle of drawing my kind of cat eye. My memory card ran out of space, so I got that all fixed, but I just started to, with that same pencil, draw just a thin line in the inner corners and bring it up like that. And you can just see how it's a little bit thicker on the outer end. Now, this looks a little crazy right now, but I swear once I put on mascara, it'll look a little better. And it just kind of elongates your eye. It makes it look a little bit larger. So it's noticeable behind glasses. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do with, or last two things I'm gonna do with this palette is I'm gonna take the lighter color. It's called Rock On. It's right in the inner corner right there. And I'm gonna pop that on the center of my lids. That usually kind of wakes up the look of your eye. And I go all the way up here to do so. So it kind of just brightens that area up. And I'm gonna use this color called Shine On right here. And I'm gonna use that as highlight actually. And this is definitely a lighter highlight. Put it right up here. I'm gonna take this nude eyeliner by LA Girl. It's the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner. And I'm gonna use that to line my lower lash waterline. I'm gonna do that off camera because there's really no way around this. I need to use both hands. Okay, next step is important. I usually use waterproof mascara. It's just by Covergirl. It's the LashBlast Volume Waterproof. I apply this generously. So curling your eyelashes with an eyelash curler and using especially waterproof mascara like this one really opens up your eyes and makes them look more awake, larger, which is really great if you have glasses that may make your eyes look a little bit smaller, like I do, because my prescription's so strong that the lenses themselves are thicker, so they can make my eyes look a little bit smaller. Okay, and I'm gonna take some false eyelashes and I snipped them so that they're gonna be really short. It's just the end piece because I hate, like, I would never put false eyelashes on if I'm wearing glasses because they would just hit the glasses the whole time. I put the false lashes just on the ends and I just kind of brush them down. The colors of my glasses, it's kind of like a tortoiseshell, but they're kind of like fiery colors. Oddly enough, I found my Nars, I don't know, it's between like a blue red, like the undertones, and a brownie red. So I'm gonna just line my lip, but it's like a crayon, so it's so easy to apply. It's my favorite type of application, but just kind of blended it out with nude lip liner. And I did fix up the inner corners as well. I just kind of blended that a little bit more to make it softer. So let's try it on with my glasses. Definitely struggled filming this just because I couldn't see anything, but again, my glasses are from, I think it's pronounced Tijeune. It's an Asian brand. I'm really happy with them, and they were a lot more affordable to purchase online than in store, that's for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.